So what is a hoop tree and why do we need it? Well, just like there's many different types of breeds and conformation of horses when we view them from the side, horses' backs can look very different when viewed from the rear. Anything from an A-frame shaped thoroughbred through to your average horse with well-built muscles, and then all the way to our big, flat, broad-backed native bred horses. These are the kind of horses we'd like to speak about today, and their specific requirements for a more hoop-shaped tree rather than a triangular-shaped tree, and what they actually look like and why they're so important. So if we take a little look, we'll see the tree on the right-hand side has a much narrower distance between the rails and a much steeper angle of the bars, so it's perfect for a more A-frame shaped body, whereas the one on the left is much broader between the rails, and these are a more hoop-shaped tree than the one on the right-hand side. It has a greater distance, and it also has much flatter rails on the side. You can see the shape difference very clearly from the images from the front. The top tree is a very circular hoop-shaped tree with an open head, where the bottom tree is a more triangular shaped tree. Even though the gullet angles are very similar, the head shape is very different. The distance between the two side rails at the top is much greater than the distance in the side rails in the bottom. If you then consider where we actually place a tree on a horse's back, you can see that the wrong tree angle or the rail angle will make a huge impact on the horse's ability to rotate the scapula under the front of the tree. It will also create extreme pressure on the trapezius muscle, and the longissimus muscle is likely to get pressure from the wrong angle of the rails and the stirrup bar digging in as well. Many of our broader-backed native-bred horses, Arabs and quarter horses and the like, have lower, flatter withers and broader spines. So even when the gullet angle is correct, if the tree is still too narrow and triangular in shape, it can cause major tissue damage to these horses in the wither pockets and often along the edges of the spine as well. This in turn can lead to poor performance and unwilling, unhappy horses. So for the sake of our beautiful native broad-backed horses out there, maybe it's time to take a good look at your saddle and ensure that it's broad enough for their beautiful backs.